Hi everybody, today I'm going to review the Mazda 5, and the Mazda 5 is a weird creature. I would say it's like a minivan, a mini minivan, and I've had it for a full day, and I have to say I really like the car. It has some minuses, but in general, I think it's a very functional car, and there's a lot of pluses. There's some minuses, and I'll point them out. But I've noticed that I'm really enjoying my time with it. So right now, we're going to try to do 0 to 60, and we'll see how long it takes. So I'm going to pull into my same spot that I always do. Alright, so that was... Alright, so while the 0 to 60 is not that great, it came a little over 10 seconds, the car feels very zippy in town, you know, doing the 0 to 30 type acceleration. It feels very torquey. It feels like you can move the car really quick and zippy, which is something that I really like. It makes it feel very sporty. We're going now 65 miles per hour, and while it's not the quietest car ever, it's not bad. There's noise, but I mean, it's not crazy. One thing I found is that for a minivan, minivan, the driving dynamics is really not bad. I felt that the car drove very nicely in corners. It felt, you know, as planted as it could be for a taller type van. And I found that the configuration in the back is very functional. If you have a small family, this is almost perfect. This car is very unique in the fact that there isn't any other competitor that I know of that has sliding doors on the side, which is very convenient. And we're going to talk about the inside and build and finish in a little while. Now, one more thing I noticed about this car is that there's a little flex in the body when you do turns or go over bumps. So sometimes you do get some noise from the body parts that, you know, as the body flexes of the car. As far as rigidity wise, I think they could have done a better job. Alright, so let me talk a little bit about the inside of the car. As you can see, it has really nice side mirrors. This is the type of mirrors that I like, but you know, not every car can have these types of mirrors. They're very wide. They give you good visibility of the outside. You can see right there, that's the driver's side. And this is how you can see in the back from the rear view mirror. And I have to say that while you do get good visibility from the back, the sides are pretty bad. So there is quite the blind spot right there, and you really have to be careful when you make lane changes, etc., and making sure that really there isn't any car in that particular corner. So there's no real soft touch in this car except for these handrests and these side panels on the door. This is all hard plastic. Everything. The steering wheel is soft touch. There's a little area here to put stuff. The glove compartment is one of those types that comes down slowly. There's a little area here so you could put your cell phone or whatever, but other than that, I didn't really quite find a use for it. aux USB right there, and a 12-volt socket. The cup holders I found to be, I wish there was a way that they had like a little spring to hold the cup, but they don't. And if you have a narrow cup, it will wobble. There's also a little compartment right here, and there's vents for the back passengers with high, low, and off, which is pretty neat. The steering wheel for an entry-level car has volume control and track control and mode control to select between AM, FM, the USB, and the auxiliary, and it also has cruise control buttons on the steering wheel. The instrumental panel I thought was very well organized, easy to read, and nice color of gauge. Everything is sharp. There's also a little info panel in the front that shows you the automatic AC control, and as you can see, you can set the temperature using the dial, and you can have it at automatic, or you could select it to be manual right here. And all of those show up right there in the front. I kind of like that, and they put this little top so that it's always visible. There's no sunlight that could get in the way. Now, as far as room in the front seat, I'm 6 foot, maybe 6'1". This seat is all the way back. If I was a little bit bigger or taller, I wouldn't fit. So I would say if you're a tall person or taller than 6 foot, you may have issues in the car as far as being able to fit in the front as the driver or the passenger. Oh, also, one more thing. I really wish that all car manufacturers would put this type of vent in their car. It's 360 degrees, and it lets you select the direction or close it however you like. I really like this type of vent, and while it doesn't look the best, it's very functional. As far as seat, the handrest is not the most comfortable thing ever, but it does serve its purpose. I wish they had they made these a little wider, and maybe even had the ability to select at what angle this thing goes. The lever for the transmission works really well. I really like these types of levers where they go that tuck 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 type, and so you put it in drive, you can move it to manual mode and just go up, down shift or up shift using this type of motion. This is the most natural way, I think. Manual electronic downshifting or manual control should work. Also, let me show you how much space I have on the top from the top. A lot of space. This is a really roomy car as far as having a lot of space between your head and the top of the car. So at this point, let me show you how much room does one have behind the driver, who is about 6 feet tall, which I am. Alright, so this is the seat pulled all the way to the back, and as you can see, there's plenty of space here. Let me sit back. Yeah, it's actually pretty comfortable, and there's a lot of room to move your leg. I'm actually pretty impressed. I'm surprised they could have made the driver's seat pull a little backwards even more, and just to give taller drivers an option to fit in the car. Very surprising. This is, of course, the back vent, and you can control it from here. I think that's a very nice addition, especially in a quite long car. So this is how the instrumental panel looks like from here. simple yet functional. The audio system, by the way, sounded nice. Unfortunately, the sport level trim does not have Bluetooth, and I believe that Bluetooth should now be by default in any trim level. Take out the CD and just give us Bluetooth. Who needs a CD slot anymore, really? Now the back passenger seats have nice windows that go almost all the way down. Very nice, very nice. And these are sliding doors, as you can see. Underneath the car seat, there's an area where you could store stuff or smuggle stuff. Also, if you go on the other side and you pull out the chair, you're gonna have a folding tray with 2 cup holders. And what's this underneath this? Let's see. Ah, that's nice. A little space for some items. Very nice. Clever design. And you got these for bags, to hold on for bags. Not bad. And again, storage under the seat. Look how they made this go up and down when you rotate this. There's some clever engineering done here. So if you wanted to fall down the seat, this is how you would do it. There's no other way to do it but to lift this part and fold that one back. And so let me pull this up again. This is the type of entry that people have from the back, and let me go inside, see how it looks like. So from this point, you know what? Someone in the front could sit, and I'm, as a 6-foot person, can sit, and these go up like this. Very nice. So I can actually sit pretty comfortably right here, and there's still some room up here. This is amazing, actually. I cannot believe they fit everybody here. So you could truly have 4 people in the back, 2 in the front, so 6 in total. It's not bad. The 3rd row seat has cup holders on both sides, and this is how you slide it back. This is the trunk you're gonna get if you had all the seats folded up. And look at those flowers that I got from the farmer's market. Nice. So one way to pull them down is to put this all the way down and pull this lever, and then you have a fold down and you get a trunk space that is just amazing. I think this is a very versatile car. Very versatile. Alright, so let me show you the car from the outside. I think the car looks nice for what it is. It's not going to win any contests, but it's very practical. It looks, it looks fine. There's nothing unusual about it. It doesn't look weird. It's a nice small minivan. It's the lever for the gas. Let me show you the engine bay. Engine uses 0.20 weight oil. Everything's ticking nicely. This car, by the way, has 7,000 miles on it, and I don't see any rust, which is a good indication. Alright, so I'm going to try to do a second run with the 0 to 60, but this time I'm going to do the manual transmission where I shift the car myself. I'm going to turn off the AC. I'm going to switch to manual, and I'm going to floor it. So as you can see, right now it's at 1. Go. And I didn't do better. It was 1051 or 10.1. Actually, I did do a little better. Okay, so how about this? Let me summarize this car. I think when I rented this car, I did not have any expectations from the car. I was actually quite disappointed that that was the only car that they had on the lot. But I was like, oh, okay, man, you know, maybe it's gonna be a cool car, and it really surprised me. It's fun to drive. It's easy to drive. The steering is fun and accurate. It's very versatile. The amenities in the car, the only thing that's really missing for me is Bluetooth, and I'm surprised that they did not include it in the base model. I think that's one of those things that they just want to force people to go on a hopper trim. Yeah, it's a really nice car to just toss around. Very easy to maneuver in the city. Very, very nice car for what it is. And you know what? If I was in the market today and I had kids and I didn't want a full-blown minivan, I would get this. And in fact, a minivan could not have the dynamics that this smaller car has. Plus the price. I mean, you can get this car for less than $17,000. It's just unheard of. You're getting an incredible value here. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or questions, please put in the comment box. I think I got a pretty good feel for the car, so please feel free to ask some questions. I hope to see you in the next video, so please subscribe, and I'll catch you then. Till next time. Bye. Alright, so let me sum it up. I think for the price and for the purpose of this car as a minivan, I think it's an excellent choice for people who need this type of car. It's nice and zippy. It rides well. The noise level is not too bad, but it's not the best. It doesn't do anything really great, but it doesn't have anything really, really bad in it. The engine is peppy in town. It's very fuel efficient. I've clocked it at 30 miles per gallon on my average test run that I've done, and it's done very well also on the trip that I've gone to with the car. I was really impressed with the fuel efficiency. So if you enjoyed this video, please thumb up, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Till next time, bye.